It says alternative target, Chipsky Norton there. Chipsky Norton. I think it must be Dan.
All right, guys, let's fucking. I'm so sick and tired of being lost in this city. The fucking embassy hung up on us. Our names aren't in the phone book. Let's just fucking go, right? We lost our passports. That means we can go anywhere, right?
I mean,
so let's just head into.
do you want
Sure,
to
that's
go?
how it works.
I don't know. Don't you go to like travel agencies or some shit to figure that kind of thing out?
Oh
I don't
wow,
know.
look, there's
Countries.
a traveling agency right there.
Oh shit, yeah, T.E.A.B.A.G travel agency. Good shit. Good spot. Good spot, big fish. Let's head
T.E.A.B.A.G.
on in there.
I've got a bad feeling, actually, T.E.A.B.A.G. I mean,
It'll be great.
all right.
Well.
Is there anybody in here? What? Is there anyone? I don't see anyone in here at the desk. Hold on, let me ring the bell real quick. Let me see if there's somebody home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ring the bell in just a second. Whoa, watch out! Be careful, you guys. I got my finger over the bell. I'm gonna ring it.
All right, I'm just gonna hit it, but like more because he's not answering.
Dude, that's totally a bell.
It's a bell.
Go
We're
team.
hitting
That's your
the counter. Whoa.
So,
Oh, hey, look,
Ah.
a man. Do you know where the travel agency guy is? We're looking for him.
that's me right here.
Oh, wow.
Welcome
Convenient.
to T.E.A.B.A.G travel
You have a
agency.
nice bell.
What can I do you for, lads?
We're
Well,
just
we
looking
need to get
for
the
travel.
fuck out of here.
Oh,
for
well, you've come
travel.
to the right place. Well, anywhere
indeed.
We
anywhere
need
in
to travel.
particular? What's your budget?
Nothing.
None.
Well, we did steal Modeling Weekly's wallet, so I have
I don't
nothing.
need to know it.
We used it all on the phone. So,
Well, you're in
Yeah.
luck. You are in luck, my friends, because I have these promotional tickets, and they are completely free to a good home. I'll
All
level
right.
with you guys.
Oh,
I just
hey.
need to get rid of them.
do you know where we're
Completely
going, though?
free.
I look. They're free tickets. They're going to get you out of the country. I heard you. That's what you want to do.
We
Yeah.
do need to get out of the country.
How much, though? How
That's
much?
well.
Completely
Yeah.
free. Completely free. I promise you. There's no catches. Completely free. I just look, guys. I got to shift these tickets. Like my boss is on my back. We can help each other. Yeah.
I feel
All
like.
right.
Well, boys,
Hang
I
on.
feel like we
Hold
should.
on, guys.
Yeah, I feel like we should talk about
Hang
it.
on. Hang
Yeah,
on.
hold on. Let's
You
talk about this. All right?
take some time to yourselves. I'll be around the back.
Yeah, well, yeah, buddy. Yeah.
I'll just hit the bell to call you back.
All right.
Guys. Well, you guys have any
This
ideas?
is
Free?
not right.
That seems a little
This
too much.
is
Free?
We've got to
Yeah.
get him to do a discount for us.
Yeah,
I can't afford free. I can't afford that. I don't have anything. I don't have free on me. I don't have a get out of jail free card. I don't have free anything. I don't know if I
alright.
can do that. Can we,
Alright,
if all three of us
so
get
who's
together,
doing the
can we afford free?
How
Who's
much
doing
free
the
do you have
talking?
in your wallet?
I don't have any
I'll be
free in
doing
my
the
wallet.
Because I've got
Yeah,
a
Big
bad
Fish.
feeling
Talk him.
about
Yeah,
this.
talk him down. Okay, let's spend the next
Alright.
hour and try to talk him down. Because
we'll
free,
just
that's too much.
distract him, and then if he's distracted enough, maybe we can take the tickets from him.
Yeah, maybe if he likes us, he'd be willing to give us the tickets for nothing at all.
For a discount, yeah.
For a discount, that's right. Okay,
All right.
I think we should do that. Fish, go. I believe in you.
I'm gonna hit the bell again. Hello? Hello?
Oh, yeah. Here, still here.
Yeah, you're
So,
here. So I thought about it, and I've been sent in as a spokesperson because of my
Hey, wait.
schedule.
Hey,
And
Nomad. Doesn't he look... I recognize...
I'm
Wait, hold
talking-
on. I recognize this guy. Guys, doesn't he look familiar?
T.E.A.B.A.G!
T-Bag! Oh my god!
Oh my
It's
god! I know who that
T-Bag!
is.
Holy shit!
Hi,
What are you
guys.
doing here? Wow, the famous
I
and
for-
most epic YouTuber of all time.
Well, everybody's got to have a side hustle, right?
Yeah, goddamn. Well, it's good to
gotta
see
pay the
you.
bills.
Yeah, welcome
Welcome.
everybody to the next episode of the Getting Sidetracked podcast. And today our guest is the wonderful and delicious T.E.A.B.A.G. For those of you who don't know T.E.A.B.A.G, T.E.A.B.A.G, introduce yourself real quick.
Hi. Yeah, my YouTube channel's called T.E.A.B.A.G after the community tank design contest I run on the Sprocket subreddit, so it's for the game Sprocket. And they've proven to be way more popular than I expected them to be. And very kindly, Etta320 has participated a couple of times now and really raised the profile of them. And the next thing you know, here I am.
Yeah. So basically, I made you, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I am your bitch, basically.
No, not actually, but yeah, dude, your competitions are fucking awesome. So I'm super happy to have you here on the podcast. But I want to kick this all off.
Thanks, man.
We've had awesome talks before the podcast, but Paul and Felix obviously don't know you very well.
No.
But I want to kick this off because T.E.A.B.A.G, out of complete coincidence, and maybe this is just out of like pure like shit in the back of your head subconsciously you don't realize, but T.E.A.B.A.G, you came up with the name of this podcast, not me, because
Really?
during an episode of T.E.A.B.A.G, during the episode in which I participated in pre-bag, during the pre-bag finals, when you were reviewing the aesthetics of my design, you started like going off on something, and then you said, "Wait a second, I'm getting sidetracked." There's a pun in there somewhere when talking about tanks, but anyway, and then you carried on.
Terrible pun. Yeah.
Yep, and that was before we had thought of making this podcast. So technically speaking, you came up with the name of this podcast.
I clearly remember thinking about the name of the podcast in the shower.
Well, that's funny because I'm the one who pitched it, and y'all were the ones who said it was great.
Both.
So
I'm gonna look.
I've done all the marketing for this podcast. I've made all the photos. I made the intro. I came up with the name with help of T.E.A.B.A.G.
One of you is fake news.
I'll be honest. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm not crazy, so I'm gonna talk to the voices in my head and say that we're talking about a podcast. We're in the middle of a city. This is real lore. I don't know what getting sidetracked is. I know the track got blown up on our tank, and now apparently there's T.E.A.B.A.G here. Hello.
He's fucking stuck on that fucking.
The voices in our head thing. Yeah, he's trying to carry the lore into. No, we've done the intro. The lore is no longer. The lore is no longer. The lore is no longer.
Reality has faded away.
Crab rave. No more. All right. Well, now that reality's faded, yes.
Yes.
So I don't know T.E.A.B.A.G at all. Neither does Paula, and neither does most people here. And I would.
Damn.
And I think Etta would be more than glad to carry it if he's done everything.
I think this podcast could get a view boost if this were, say, I don't know, posted to the Sprocket subreddit. We can talk about Sprocket.
Yeah.
Because Sprocket's an awesome game.
We have to talk about Sprocket now.
I know.
I've never
how
played
horrible.
the game.
You guys are missing out big time. It's a really cool game. T.E.A.B.A.G, how did you discover Sprocket? Because I know how I discovered Sprocket, obviously. How did you discover Sprocket?
That score one for the Steam suggestions algorithm, I'm afraid.
Yeah, damn.
I just have like every other tank game on Steam, pretty much, because I've been wanting this game to exist for basically ever.
Yeah.
I was just hoping somebody would make it, and I guess the algorithm was listening, as it always does. And it actually came up trumps because I hadn't
in your dreams.
I'd not heard about it at all before. So I got a notification on release date. Basically, it was like first thing when I opened up Steam. There it is.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was like, "What?"
Did you ever end up seeing my video on it?
I did, but I now who put me onto you? Oh, one of the contestants in the T.E.A.B.A.G competitions, the keenest and participant sort of pointed me in your direction.
I'm trying to remember how we first started talking. Actually, I think did I reach out to you or did you reach out to me? No, I think I did reach out. Oh shit! I mentioned in a Sprocket video that I knew of your competition, and I said, "Yo, if you are watching right now, I want to participate in one of your competitions." I think, and then you reached out to me, and you're like, "Hey, one of my fans showed me your video where you said you wanted to collab." I think
that was what it was. That's what it was, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, Sprocket's crazy.
It's got a lot of potential. I really like where it's going. I was just saying this to Nomad before we actually started the podcast. Like,
we had our mini
I love
podcast.
That it's.
Oh, aren't you cute?
I love that Hamish is taking it in the direction of just being like, I want to make this realistic. It's never going to be perfectly realistic, but like, I just want to build tanks that feel like they could have been real tanks, you know?
Yeah.
And Sprocket lets you do that rather than pandering to gameplay or balance or whatever. Like real life isn't balanced or fair, and
Damn right, damn
Making
straight.
the best thing possible.
Yeah, hey, just like real life, you're right. Making the best thing possible. I think that's definitely a piece of it that I tried to convey when I did my video on like this tank game will be the next big thing, is that like there's so many other games where like you can create tanks, but they either have like a wacky art style or like in the future, or they're in like Crossout is like post-apocalypse. There's not
Yeah.
really a
That's the
game where you can make
Robocraft,
like
which I've
real
enjoyed.
life. Yeah, Robocraft, that's like future, like anything where you could get even remotely close to something that Sprocket has is like it's all it's not like real World War One, World War Two era stuff. So like that was so cool seeing like actual like HVSS, seeing real torsion bar suspension, seeing the mantlet of actual tanks that exist like Panther and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he
One
was
thing-
taking that inspiration from real tanks was what sold it for me.
Yeah,
I love that.
I
One
mean,
thing I can
you
add-
can
I'm so sorry. one thing that I can add up as well is just how Crossout and Robocraft were all about grinding for hours for like a few parts.
Yeah.
Whereas I guess in
Yeah.
Sprocket, you do what you want.
yeah, it's a proper
Instantly.
sandbox.
I can't wait for like
it should
I can't
be.
wait for like materials to be introduced because he's talked about that where he wants to introduce like resources that you have to like
yeah.
gather or save up.
Yeah, budget. I mean, that's part of why what I was going for with the T.E.A.B.A.G competitions. They aim to make it a little bit to challenge you a little bit, make it stretch your skills in the game by giving you limitations.
Yeah.
So I'm stipulating that you have to have real world engines, which being British engines, they're incredibly underpowered and useless. So
I know
you've
that
got to
very
work
well.
around that. Yeah,
I know that very well. I had those frustrations.
and I secretly enjoy crucifying people that way a little bit. Not gonna lie.
I mean, you kind of have to.
Yeah. How did you discover you were kind of a sadist? Well, I ran these tank design competitions, and actually,
How did it all start?
I enjoy watching people suffer.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Oh, that's perfect. That makes perfect sense.
Not
You
really,
guys would take into it.
making it hard for people, I think, is a little bit. It's got to be challenging. That's the aim. I started off wanting to make it something that anybody could get into, and I still want it to be accessible because the idea is to try and keep as many people invested in the game while it's going through this development cycle as possible. But like a shout out to all the people that have participated. The quality and level of effort that they've been putting in is incredible.
Yeah,
And
man.
the stuff they're coming out with is insane.
Some
So
of the
it's
competition
like-
is crazy.
yeah, and so I want to applaud that and let them go all out if they want to. It's just unfortunately that means that the bar is pretty high now already.
Yeah.
For new people coming along.
Clockwork.
But, Clockyard, yeah.
Oh yeah, Clockyard. Damn it, I got his name wrong.
So he actually had to step back very graciously, and now helps me with a lot of the judging and stuff, which is super helpful.
I was gonna ask how hard is it to run the competition? Does it put is it like an extra stress on your day to day?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, I think at least 2 out of 3 of you guys make videos, right? So
Yeah.
Well, yes, I definitely make videos.
Maybe
Yeah.
not actively, but
Yeah,
he's
to.
familiar
Well-
with the process.
you guys know how long it takes to make a video.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm well aware.
the results videos alone take upwards of 8 hours to put together. And before I started doing this, I had probably like an hour's free time a week.
Jeez.
So some sleep has been lost. Over doing this, but it's a labor of love.
Yeah.
And I enjoy doing it.
I get
That's
the
awesome.
It
same.
does
there's
feel like a
a
lot
life
of sleep is being
sacrifice.
lost everywhere.
Yeah.
I get the
Soon
same.
enough,
Do be
like,
getting
sleep-
harder.
I
Soon
get
enough, sleep will be out of fashion, and
Yeah, we'll just lock ourselves in the fucking Ready Player One VR tubes, and then that's it. Oh wait, they didn't have. Hold on, they didn't have that in Ready Player One. They just had goggles, right?
Yeah, and well, they can have full body suits.
Oh,
Oh.
That seems fun.
Ooh.
That's like that's gonna be the next big thing. I was thinking of a book that I was reading where the VR is like you step into like a tube and then like you close it up and then you wake up and you're in the game. That book got very convoluted very quickly. That was a book where like the first book was great and then the rest were just like, this is getting too much. Like they're diving this lore. I think like it turned out the dude was an AI the whole time, and then it's like it turned into this whole fucking thing. I was like, this is kind of stupid. I forget what it's called. Oh shit. Eye of Minds, I think. It's one of those series where each book is a different title. So Eye of Minds is one of them.
Well, talking about
I
books,
am
what is the best book you guys have ever read?
Ooh.
Fuck.
I'm gonna start the party, okay? Then I'm gonna
There's
start the
Higher
party.
Call versus
Well,
Will
my
Gundy.
favorite one is a Higher Call, no doubts about it.
Higher Call?
Okay, so
What's it
basically,
about?
You know
to
that
put-
story?
it's
Oh, about the pilots.
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, there is a German
Ah.
pilot that escorted a. Basically, the B-17 had only one engine that was not hit, that was in perfect
Yeah.
state. Another one that was damaged but still running, and two out. He lost one of the elevators. I believe 11 out of the 13 machine guns were frozen, and out of 10 crew members, like something like 9 were injured.
Wow,
And-
way to
Yeah.
solve a lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers. Oh my god.
Spoiler,
So
bro.
basically, the thing
What?
was holding
It's a
on
real
with.
story. It's a real story.
Yeah, it's a real fucking thing that happened, and basically the aircraft was holding on with fucking duct tape, and Franz Stigler, who was a German ace pilot, was called into action. Like, oh shit, there's a B-17 right there. Scramble, and intercept the aircraft. And he arrived to it, and just could not bring himself to shoot him down, because that thing was not. It was a miracle. It was still flying, and basically post-war. Fuck you! Come on.
That's what pity. Yeah, he had pity on him.
Yeah, no, he pitied them. He
No,
pitied
because
them.
He
I thought you
pitied
said that's a petty. I thought
Oh,
you
that's
said-
petty?
No.
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 He was
Okay.
he felt pitiful.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, no. He felt and basically post-war, they found each other again and became very close friends.
Oh,
So
that's
the
super cool.
American pilot's name is also Charlie Brown. I believe.
Yeah, he's called Charlie
It
Brown.
is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
And
That's
yeah,
wholesome.
and one of the amazing thing about the book is that Adam Makos, who is the author, early on in the book says like when he started writing about the Second World War, he only done research on Allied soldiers because he didn't want to make to give a good spotlight to courageous German soldiers. I just don't want to go on that slippery slope, okay? But yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
But like when he started, he heard somewhat of a story about a B-17 and everything, and Charlie Brown told him, "I am not telling you my story before you go interview that guy." The German
Oh,
pilot.
damn.
So he had
He
to go
wanted
to
he
Vancouver.
wanted both sides to be known.
Yeah, and most of
Yeah.
the story is told on Stigler's side.
Wow.
And it's an amazing story. An amazing story.
That is pretty awesome.
It was a pretty ballsy play by him. He was
Yeah.
one kill, I think, off his
Yeah.
Knight's Cross.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
And also they pass
and-
through anti-airfields.
Yeah, he basically escorted them. If he was running the risk of getting shot down himself
Yeah.
as well.
Or just report
Damn.
it. Or just report it for
He was
treason.
trying to get them to go to Sweden.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
He was trying. Yeah.
Switzerland. But
Switzerland, that
it's
was
not
it.
important.
Oh no. Well,
I think my
Switzerland, probably.
My favorite detail about that story though is that he did it because I think it was like his flight instructor. Correct me if I'm
No,
wrong.
his brother.
His brother was a pilot, had just been shot down
Over,
not long
yeah.
before, but
During the
also
Battle
his
of
like
Britain, yeah.
his instructor. Yeah, and his instructor had once said to them like, if I ever catch you shooting at people in parachutes, like pilots that have bailed out, I'll shoot you myself.
Yeah.
And he looked at this B-17 as like, it's basically a parachute. This is a flying ambulance at this point.
Jeez.
And that kid who's flying it reminds
He's
could have been my brother.
shitless. He's fucking scared
Yeah,
shitless.
could have been. So yeah, I love that. One of my favorite things is stories of humanity amidst war. Like I think that they're just so cool.
It definitely brings a special, like, it's horrific to say, but there is certainly a special thing that comes out in war. Like there's acts of kindness that would never just kind of happen when people are in really shitty situations. Sometimes that's when kind of their best parts can shine through. It's horrible that that has to happen for that, but it's very interesting juxtaposition.
It's like the Christmas truce of 1914.
Yeah, that's a
Canadian,
really cool story.
I
Classic
really,
example.
as a Canadian, no, not the Christmas truce.
Okay,
Damn.
so fun fact.
Canadians did
What's this
not
with Canada and the
partake-
Christmas truce?
Okay,
Wait,
well,
It's-
Felix,
it's my
Felix,
turn.
you go
Fuck
first.
off,
Yeah,
Paul.
yeah, no, you're going for it.
Yeah.
oh boy.
So during the Christmas truce, Canadians didn't do what people no troops were doing.
I can already see where this is going.
There's multiple stories of people. Well, essentially, there's stories of Canadians chucking food, ham into the German trench, and Germans piling up, and then Germans begging for more, and eventually they started lobbing hand grenades.
Oh.
Or just like luring them onto no man's land and just mowing them down.
God damn.
Canadians did not care.
Well,
I always knew the Canadians were ruthless in war, but
if I recall,
I did not know that.
If I recall correctly, the trench club was a Canadian invention. If I recall correctly.
You guys are inventing like the best and also the worst shit.
Yeah.
I'm scared now. I don't know if I want to go to Canada
there's
anymore.
a Canadian invention that was made during the First World War, which is basically a glove with a dagger into it. It's a metal glove with a dagger.
It's like Catwoman's claws when they come out.
Well, it's just that you hold the knife
in the new Batman movie.
You hold the knife inside the glove. Your hand is protected by metal, and you just go stabbing people with it.
Canadians
just
also
go shanking
came
around,
up,
yeah.
Canadians also came up with this really good melee weapon, pretty long range. It's called the Ross C1 rifle. And
the best melee weapon to exist. The Ross. Wait, isn't that the conversion of the bolt action into a semi-auto?
it's a straight pull.
Yeah,
it's a straight pull Canadian-made rifle, which was really it had a reputation for jamming all the time, despite being
very
accurate.
precise, though. Yeah, it was very accurate.
Yeah, I forgot.
And then when it
Ross
jams, you can use it as a melee weapon.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's the funny, you guys.
That's the joke. I get it. See, it went over my head. I was thinking too much in the ahead of the time. So I know there was a very famous conversion of that rifle into a semi-auto.
Ian made one, yeah. Ian made the video.
Yeah, and I think I was watching something with Jonathan Ferguson maybe about it.
Oh,
no, actually, you're right. It probably was Ian.
It was Forgotten Weapons. I saw it too. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
And it was a French Canadian who did the conversion too.
Yeah.
100%
also Canadian who invented the Garand. Yeah, it was
also French Canadian.
Canada's.
John Garand.
John Cantus Garand. Is it Garand or Garand, T.E.A.B.A.G?
I do not ask me. I made a joke about this in your chat when you were talking about it on the screen.
That's right. That's because you just wrote in chat Garand, and I was
it's pronounced Garand. Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, that doesn't help. You just spelled it out. That doesn't help you pronounce it.
I never claimed to be a helpful person. I never claimed to be a helpful person.
You're very helpful. No.
But yeah, so going back to books,
I would say Garand, but yeah.
Oh, Garand.
Garand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I heard you say Garand.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I was distracted by a falling star out here, a shooting star.
Yeah, I guess it's really late at night for you, isn't it? Shit.
It is.
Yes,
it
you're
is
just
20 past midnight right now, and I'm sitting in the car outside the house.
I was gonna say, you're just sitting out there. Dude, what if like you accidentally witness something? What if there's like something nefarious going on in the middle of the night and you
there was a police car just drove
podcast?
past, and I was like,
the coppers.
You know. Yeah, the cops. Yeah.
The coppers.
The fuzz.
The fuzz. Hot fuzz. Fucking.
This whole thing is going to be like really stereotypical British things because I set up a whole Discord and I have no idea who T.E.A.B.A.G is, so I just put down as many British garbage shit posts as I could.
Fish and, like fish and chips and
I saw the names changing. I saw what you did there.
Yeah, he likes to tailor the Discord to our guest every single time.
That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah,
it's making me feel welcome. It's good. Yeah. All right. So if you want a properly British term for the police, it's Rozzers.
Yeah, Roz.
Exactly.
Yes, I've heard James May refer to them as. Oh, crikey, it's the Rozzers.
Albanian Rozzers.
Yeah, it's the Albanian Rozzers. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Top Gear is probably in my top 3 shows of all times.
Yeah, maybe Fuck
Mine-
books. What are your
mine
favorite
too.
shows? Actually, wait. We've already talked about this, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we talked about favorite
Shit.
shows.
Yeah, we talked about our favorite shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
was
back
like
to books.
17 episodes ago.
I know. Yeah. I don't think we're
Wait,
not
what
getting
episode is
sidetracked
this?
enough. This is episode 69. Haha, funny. Lol. Got you.
Lol.
That's the
This is the
420.
funny. This is
If we
episode
ever
funny
get to
number.
episode 69, we just have to like not acknowledge at
No,
all that
no,
it's
no. We
69.
just need to fucking giggle. We just need to slowly giggle during the entire
No.
podcast.
Episode 69 is the one that I've been pitching like over and over again. The one where we just turn on our mics and then just do random shit, and like you just pick up like keyboards clacking or like Big Fish on his little game, his mobile game, or like Paul like arguing with somebody over his microphone. Like it just needs to be like a full hour of just like, are they gonna do anything? Are they gonna say like, did they just leave their mics on?
That
it has
or
to
now-
Maybe in April. Wink.
that or an hour of you all just in turn saying nice over and over.
Nice.
That would get us a lot
would
of
be
karma on
very
Reddit.
cool. Just like for an hour, nice.
Teabag,
If
what
we
is
like talk about something, the other guy just goes nice, and the whole running gag is that we cut each other off. So we're like nice, and he starts talking about something. I'm like nice,
nice,
Nice.
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 No,
Well,
We-
not now.
we
Hold on, wait,
invite
let's not
every-
start it now.
We
Nice.
invite every guest we've ever had because at that
Nice.
point there's gonna be a couple ones, and we just go nice.
Yeah.
69 episodes. It'll be like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming they
A
wanted to
large
come.
gathering. Yeah, no, we've forced everyone on this podcast
Yeah.
so far.
We
Teabag is
kid-
not here out of his own.
we
volition.
kidnapped-
I
kids.
have T.E.A.B.A.G's family right now, and
and he will be leaving with less money than he started with, just like Modeling Weekly.
I'll be honest. I told him
Yeah.
his family was at gunpoint, and he was like, "God, finally a vacation from the kids."
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I sure hope your wife doesn't listen to this. I think
No,
you
this is
fooled her
clearly
into
something
thinking
he
it's a
said,
history
and not something that I made up. By the way,
Actually, she will be fooled at first because we started talking about that history movie at first. But if she
Yeah.
goes any farther, it's over.
Yeah. I think the intro probably going to throw her as well. To be honest, I might need to skip that.
Yeah. No, that'll probably be a bit weird. I think it's so weird, Teabag, to hear you talking normally because I'm so used to hearing your YouTube persona. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And I'm so much more boring than that in real life. I'm sorry.
No, no, it's
I
fine.
was hoping. I was wondering if you were gonna have a stick up your ass this whole time, but you are extremely chill and with the times.
Yeah.
You're
the
radical.
fact that
He's reaching.
I'm an old man in internet terms. I'm-
he's reaching to the youths.
Yeah, he's reaching back.
Oh, like I'm 30 and it's terrifying. Don't do it.
Not that bad though. I'm
Don't
20.
do it.
I'm not far behind. Yeah, wait. Yeah, you're only 10 years older than me. I've got coworkers. that are way
22,
older
I'm
than you. You're not
decrepit,
old,
honestly.
Teabag. You're not old at all. Although you did get married when I was in middle school, which is a bit
Yeah.
weird.
Oh,
That
just
was
say
that
that.
was the
I
first
feel
time I
old.
realized how young you were.
Yeah, I tell this to my coworkers all the time as well. I'm just like, y'all aren't old. I'm really, really young. When I got hired at my job, I had been 18 for less than 6 months. I think I turned 18 in March and I got hired in August.
Nice.
So like they came back and they were like, yeah, bro, you're fresh out of high school. Come on in. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Well done. Well
and now
done.
I'm 20. Oh God.
It's all downhill from there.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've heard. No, I've
you're
heard my
gonna-
coworkers say 25 is when it gets.
I
really
want
bad.
to hear you 15 years talking about your
Yeah.
new coworkers that were born in like 2015.
Yeah,
Oh my, what
it's
the
crazy.
fuck?
The one that gets them every single time is saying that I wasn't alive during 9/11. Like I literally don't remember that. I didn't exist 10. And then also,
What?
yeah, I was born in 2002.
Yeah,
What?
you just got me.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's it. I'm 22, but I was born in
literally not alive.
99. I was born in
I
99,
watched.
and that's
I-
sorry. That's one thing that nobody's ever gonna take away from me, and that I've got a few friends in their 30s as well, and every time I'm born in 99, so I'm basically a 90s kid.
yeah.
It gets
Yeah,
them
right.
all the time.
You
It's the
hang
best
on.
thing.
You keep telling yourself that. Yeah.
The real, yeah,
See, I got it.
Teabag, the
See,
real
easy.
90s kid. You know.
Yeah, I'm kind of a 90s kid, you know.
Honestly, the 90s was you guys missed out. It was what a decade. It was
Really?
everything. Yeah, everything was just so much happier then. You know,
Yeah.
I
the
wouldn't
world was
know.
the world was so laid back. You just have to listen to the music. Not like none of that would fly now. It's far
That's
too
true.
upbeat and
Not too long ago, I saw on Reddit, like in the 90s, it was very common that people did raves into like very specific place, and the location of the rave was only revealed the day it was happening. So
Yep.
it was very small, and apparently there was a ton of drugs too. But like,
Yeah, man. Drugs are all.
There's
Drugs have
always
always
drugs.
been a thing.
me being about 9 at the time, I wouldn't know, but yeah.
Oh, he
I-
can't
you're
say that on the
young.
podcast, but yeah.
he did
Yeah, it
drugs
was-
at 9.
Yep.
I
I
would
remember
like
hearing
to
a funny.
congratulate.
I remember hearing a funny joke from Trevor Moore, who's a member of the group Whitest Kids You
Of
Know.
course. Rip.
And he was, I know, dude, rip for real. But he was telling a story about when he was in college when 9/11 happened, and he was in Jersey across the Hudson River, and he saw it out his window, and he turned to his friend and he goes, "Dude, this is going to be bigger than the OJ trial." I just think that was really funny. Like, I guess he's right, but I just think
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
a really
it
funny
was-
first
it was-
reaction to something like that. Yeah, how did the world outside of America react to that? That's what
Well,
I mean.
again, I mean, from the perspective of a what was I then 10 year old? It was I 10 or probably be 9 then as well.
2001.
Yeah. Anyway, I was born 91. You do the math. I'm not good at that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah, 10, 91 to 2001. That's 10.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was born when you turned 11, give or take. When you were 11
Yeah.
years old, I was fucking born.
See that somehow that sounds better than I
Yeah,
got married
right?
when you're middle school.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah. Or
Anyway,
I was 16 years old in 2018. Yeah.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. I was watching. I watched it on the TV. So I came home from school. My grandma walked me home as usual, but she was like, everyone was really ashen faced, and I was like, I remember, you guys probably won't know, okay, although Canadians you might. Princess Diana died, and that was
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
All the grown-ups are really super serious. What is going on? But also, who is Princess Diana? And so like my first introduction to the World Trade Center was watching it collapse live on TV. I didn't know what those buildings were. Why would I? Being a child in a different country. But yeah, I was.
You just
watching
knew
it
that
live.
something serious was happening.
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
know what.
Well, I mean, you know, kids pick up more than you realize. So yeah, pretty quickly cottoned on that there are still people in those buildings. You know.
It kind of yeah. Okay.
And people on those planes. But yeah, like this is awful, appalling stuff. People are dying live on TV, and because it's real life, because it's news, it's right there on TV. You know, when the kids are just we interrupt your children's TV programs after school to show you this. That was
I always hear the stories of
Why?
the teachers during school who would wheel the TV in and be like, "Guys, like we're gonna pause class because this is happening right now." I would hear those stories that the teachers would wheel TVs into the classrooms, be like, "We're gonna watch this right now.
When
This is like
TVs
serious stuff."
when TVs needed to be on trolleys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do remember that though.
I do remember that too.
I remember VH. Like, give me some credit, all right? I remember VHS. I had a favorite VHS when I was a kid. That was about the Daylight Express because I used to be obsessed with trains, and then I guess.
Oh, you
transitioned
too.
to tanks.
You were.
When
Holy shit!
I was a
you
kid.
too.
When I was a kid. I
Oh my
loved
God.
trains.
I was obsessed by trains, and
Yeah.
like one day my parents were like, "Okay, that's enough," and they put me in front of Top Gun, and I was obsessed with it.
What?
We're going to convert you. You glued your eyes open.
backfired. It
Oh,
backfired
I
big
remember
time.
Yeah.
If
You
strike me
can't
down.
get your kids into anything. Trust me, it doesn't work. Right? Everything I tried to get my son into,
Have you
he
tried
rejects
tanks yet?
outright. And he's no, because I really want him to get into
Yeah,
that. So we'll save that until he's older. But like at the moment, he's 4 going on 14, and it's just impossible.
They grow
So
up fast.
yeah.
Yeah, better hurry though.
I mean, at that age,
tried to get him into.
it's either dinosaurs, trains,
Space.
or like
And
hockey.
dump
here or
trucks.
Yeah, dump trucks.
No, man, it's these blooming superheroes. They
Oh
just
shit!
Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh
Eclipse-
damn! I'm
eclipse
so
everything.
sorry.
What's it like? What's it like to grow
Yeah.
up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That's what I wonder. That's probably pretty crazy.
Well,
Like as a like an
He is about to
8-year-old or
find out.
4-year-old.
He is about to find out.
Wow, dude, he's gonna be
Yeah.
seeing Doctor Strange 2 at 4 or 5 years old. His mind is gonna be blown.
I tried to show him somebody whose name will not be mentioned showed him the
Okay?
Batman versus Superman,
Oh,
okay.
which is like super not appropriate for 4-year-olds.
yeah.
And so for weeks he was going on about how they were trying to kill each other and it was amazing and I'm like, oh.
Oh,
Well, as a,
So it's like,
I have
hey, this Marvel stuff
Yeah.
is like, it's a bit lighter. It's better. You should watch this. Like the Hulk's great. Spider-Man, you could totally get into these guys. So I showed him just like the Avengers Assemble bit of the first Avengers film,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Dad, it's too scary." I'm like, "What?"
well, you
What are you
know,
on?
you know, as a counter, if he likes violent movie, just show him Fury with Brad Pitt. He's gonna get into
Oh.
tanks.
Oh god. Yeah. If violence is what he wants,
Oh.
then yeah.
Just
you
a
guys
played
guy's
Fury
head
on this?
exploding from a fucking 88.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But
Have
I
you
think
guys
I've
talked
had
about that
my-
film?
No,
here before?
we haven't talked about Fury on the podcast. No, we talked about Band of Brothers and Chernobyl, but
Yeah.
no, we haven't talked about Fury.
I think Fury's been talked to death though. It's like, oh,
It has.
he
I mean,
should
Oh,
have
it's
shot.
a move. Like,
I mean,
Brad
potential
Pitt
history
first.
basically said everything there is to say about that movie.
That's fair enough. I just want to ask one question though. Am I allowed to like it?
I
Yes.
love Fury.
Great.
It's literally my
I liked it.
second favorite
I think
war
it is a
movie.
good movie.
It's my
Alright.
second favorite war movie after 1970.
It's just not realistic. I just think
No,
everyone
I
has
get-
to sit back and realize that it's Hollywood, and no matter what, there's never going to be like
No,
100% realistic.
people-
Like I like the movie like 1917 because 1917 isn't based on is it based on like one specific historical battle
it's
or
based.
event
It's
or
based
thing?
on
I don't
like.
think it is. It just takes place during
No,
World War
it's
One.
it's
Yeah,
just
so that's what I
based
like,
on
'cause you can take
the
those
job,
liberties.
like because who made the movie yet?
The
Who
runner,
was
yeah,
the-
a job of a runner
the-
back in World War One.
Yeah, but like Fury is not
I
a
like
movie
those
about
movies.
tanks. That's something people don't get. Fury is not a movie about tanks. It's a movie about brotherhood. It's
Yeah.
like how
It's about
the
the
crew came together as they have a main objective. It's to survive.
Yeah, the family. Best
Yeah.
job I ever had. That's like the
Yeah.
quote of the movie.
And
Best job
also,
I
like-
ever had.
Like
Yeah.
a small private talks shit to a sergeant. Like they're at that
That
point.
did happen.
They've been fighting for so long that they fucking tell each other to fuck off.
Yeah.
He's a sergeant against a private. That would not happen in a.
What a really good cast for that movie
Oh
too,
my
that they,
God,
that
John
they picked up, man.
Bernthal.
Honestly, one of Shia LaBeouf's best performances,
It is
period.
Yeah, right.
The best
That
performance for.
Shia LaBeouf fucking brought it all in that movie.
I
He
gotta
was
admit
great.
though, he will not divide us. I kind of liked it.
Second best performance from Shia LaBeouf, definitely putting up a flag in Middle Tennessee and just thinking nobody would ever find it. And then the Redditors came in, and oh boy, did they
I think
prove
the
him
thing
wrong.
I liked about
That's
Fury the
so-
most was it captured for me that feeling of what it must have, I guess, what it must have been like. I mean, who knows what it was like to be a tanker and that
It captured the
like
feeling of what it
in-
was like to kill.
well, but
It's-
in one moment you are the god of the battlefield, you're indestructible, and then the next moment all it takes is one concealed anti-tank
Yeah.
gun and you're a sitting duck,
Yeah.
and like you're just between those two things. I am on top of the world. I'm a sitting duck, and I was like, wow, that
Or
must
just
have been.
Must be fucking
Just
wild,
how
man. To me,
easy
that's
it was
been
to be
also the most
killed.
fascinating thing about tanks.
like,
Yes, tanks have always been. I tried to talk about that during Tankery Tuesdays. Tanks have always been fucking volatile. People always think tanks are these big, beefy, like tough as nails, like they're indestructible. But like since the tank has existed in World War One, tanks have always been fragile, always.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about like the Yag Tiger, in which case, sure, but that's kind of cheating. Or the mouse,
Well, it's fragile. Just by
Fragile
itself.
transmission.
yeah, fragile
Yeah.
But
in a different way.
one thing
Yes,
I love
fragile
about Fury
engine of
is
its own
also like
self-destructing
how
capabilities.
easy it is to be killed. You know, just Shia LaBeouf popping his head out, bang, dead.
Yeah,
Like
fuck.
this.
Those deaths in anything are always like the worst,
Oh,
but also the best.
It's when
But
they're
it's
mopping,
still-
mopping out the remains of the last guy in the tank. Like you don't think about that kind of thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
if that's crazy. Yeah.
Have you guys seen on YouTube? There's a whole bunch of deleted scenes
scenes,
Yeah.
that you can find on
John
YouTube now.
Bernthal
And like
and
almost
shit like
every
that.
single almost every single one you watch it. Yeah, you
Uh,
watch it and you're like, why did they delete this? Like, this
Well,
would seem like it would be
there's
such a
one,
good
there's
part of
one
it.
scene I would have kept removed. You know the scene where he talks about his girlfriend, when War Daddy talks about his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
actually made a video about how I would have improved Fury, and I said basically I would have modified that story to say like, okay, Brad Pitt as a tank in North Africa, they do super well,
Mhm.
everything goes fine. They get to Italy, he gets cocky, overexposes his tank, and get his crew killed. He gets his
Yeah.
back burned. He's the only one to bail out, and then later on he gets a new crew, which is the current one, and like promise himself to never lose another one. I feel like that would have been
Yeah.
a bit better than I got
assumed-
drunk
yeah,
one day
I
and
had
killed my
assumed-
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be getting in touch with you to write the TV series now.
All right.
It's gonna be as good as Halo.
Oh, I thought for a second you were about to segue
Believe.
that, dude. I thought you were about to segue that into they're making a TV show based on Fury, and I was literally about to fucking come on podcast live.
It
I
would
was
be
literally
cool if
about
Banner
to-
Brothers
I'm so
kind of
excited
series
about
with
the
Just in my
new one.
podcast.
Yeah,
I'm still
we talked
excited
about that
the
already.
one
Yeah,
about
we
bombers.
talked about that.
Oh yeah, the
that
one about
there's
bombers.
that they need to make a tank TV show.
Oh,
yeah,
we're
or the
just
one about
circling back to
planes.
episode 1 at this point.
We're just talking about the same
So
things. we
T-Bag, what would
always
you
talk
do in the
about.
apocalypse?
What would I do in the apocalypse?
Yeah, what would you do in the apocalypse?
It depends on the apocalypse, doesn't it? Are we
I know,
talking
right?
zombies or nuclear bombs?
Zombies. Let's go.
Well,
Zombies. We talk about nuclear
Zombies?
bombs. Zombies.
We're
But
not
what-
talking about the apocalypse.
Okay, no.
Wait, why
type,
not? This is
wait,
different
Ted.
though. This is
Which
zombies.
type of
This is
zombies?
good. This
Okay,
is
is
good.
Oh,
it
yeah,
the
alright.
Walking Dead zombies or World War Z zombies?
I feel like ever since The Walking Dead existed and the whole aim for the head type thing started, like zombies have never been the same. Or sorry, zombies have always been the same. Ever since someone introduced the concept of you have to aim for the head, every single zombie ever since has been.
I
Like,
mean,
a
it's
Walking
always
Dead
been like
type
that. Like a zombie that's a dead that was reanimated. Ever since like
Nope.
that was created, that was the head. Or except no,
Nope,
George
Halo.
Romero. No, George
So this is
Romero.
something
They're undestructible. You need to like dismember them and burn them to actually stop them.
Halo did it.
Halo
better.
still has the best zombie concept.
Yeah.
Where was the first appearance of the concept of a zombie? This is a question I've been pondering and never
Night
got
of
around
the
to looking
Living
up
Dead.
yet.
That's a good question. It would probably be during the era of like Frankenstein and vampires, like when monsters overall were.
Well,
Yeah, I wonder if
Dead coming back to life has been in folk since the beginning of humanity. Well, like
Yeah, that's true.
The zombie.
there was
Like,
this guy
it's-
called Jesus.
It's
Yeah, Jesus is a
called
zombie. Yeah, if you think about it, holy shit.
oh fuck!
Jesus is a fucking
He's been
zombie.
bitten.
We have to crucify him. He bit.
For
Oh
Romans
God,
were
oh,
right.
God, we're getting into too much. here.
Somewhere out there is a story that is
Yeah.
exactly that. Like
That's funny.
you can.
But like, no.
worship a zombie as a god.
I know the first movie where a zombie appeared was one where they were voodoo zombies. You know, people that were dead and then, like,
Oh,
under
right.
a spell, were becoming
Reanimate with
slaves.
magic.
The oldest one I know is Night of the Living Dead.
No, there was one before.
Night of the Living Dead.
That's the first George
Night of the
Romero.
Living
That's
Dead.
the first
what is that?
zombie, like, modern age zombie movie. Night of the Living Dead. That's the first
Night of the
one.
Living Dead.
Like that name sounds so familiar, but I cannot. I don't know. I don't recognize
Like
that.
you know the typical
I'm going
zombie
to
that's
use-
just going up, going like in the cemetery. You know, they
Yeah.
just reanimate. That's
I'm
the
going
first
to
modern
real quick.
zombie.
Oh,
That's the
dude,
first.
have y'all seen Pet Cemetery?
No,
The original? Oh, bro.
I don't want
No,
to.
sorry.
Dude, it's such a good movie.
I thought
It's
is
very
that.
creepy.
I thought you didn't like horror films.
I know, but it's a good movie. I don't like.
Night.
There was a moment because the whole concept of Pet Cemetery is it's like this cursed cemetery where no matter what you bury there, it will come back to life.
Mm.
And so eventually, not to spoil the movie or anything, but eventually they get to a point where they bury a person because they realize the idea of like, oh my God, everything I bury here comes back to life. And something happens, a character dies, there's regret. So they buried the character there in knowing that he'll come back to life and trying to like be like, yay, we have you back. But then they turn into like the fucking the Grudge from The Ring, like is like walking backward, like head turned backwards on fours and shit. And that scared the fuck out of me. I could handle like the undead pets because it was clearly just like a cat in makeup. But like once they had that shit going, I was like, I'm out. I literally I'd fully admit that sometimes I cover my eyes during horror movies because
Oh,
I don't
same,
want
I
to
don't
see
worry.
used when I was young all the time.
Like no
when I was
fucking
young,
way.
all the
If it's something, if it's like that
but one
creepy
movie,
The Grudge is literally the worst. The Grudge is like the pinnacle of like that shit fucks me up. Walking backwards on all fours, your head is turned around like some like demonic, like twisted body, and the
Don't watch
fucking
The
noise she
Exorcist
makes.
then.
The like,
Don't watch The
the
Exorcist.
one movie that
I've
the
seen
one
The
movie that
Conjuring.
really fucked me up was Wrong Turn, the Wrong Turn movies, just because of the gore. Like the first one I watched was the fourth one, where they're in the hospital,
Mm.
I
and
have no idea.
it's just like there's no cheap jump scares or anything. It's about these free inbred guys who like
Yeah,
capture. They're also cannibals, but like eventually they pin one down on a
Alabama.
table with barb. Yeah, they pinned one down on a table in a with barbed wire, and then they start cutting him open. Just they cut a piece of his liver while he's alive and breathing, and they cook it in front of him. They fry it, and it's just
That's
like pure
awesome, dude.
gore horror. They
Don't you ever worry about the people that write these things?
Yeah.
Usually the
Right,
thing is
yeah.
that usually people that write these are super fucking sweet. They're the sweetest fucking persons in the world.
They wear the nice ones.
Yeah, apparently Georgia
You-
Romero is a fucking sweetheart. And like,
apparently, you guys don't ever think of like horror movie scenarios in your head.
No.
I mean, sometimes like
I mean, I'll like
something that
I'll stumble
freaked
into
me out.
something, and I'm like, that's a good movie idea.
There's something
Yeah.
that freaked me out at one point. Really freaked me out was actually zombies, like being bitten and turned into the undead and everything. That fucked me up.
I've always thought zombies were fucking sweet. I've never been scared of zombies. Vampires, I was scared of at one point. I think. I don't know. I think they just kind of.
Nah, zombies scared the living shit out of me.
Zombies never did it for me until I played Project Zomboid, and then
Really?
like, yeah,
Project Zomboid is a good game.
A top-down,
you put,
two-dimensional.
yeah,
like,
I know, but you get so
pixelated
into it, like
shit.
you put so much time and effort into preparing your base for like the long haul of surviving the apocalypse, and one stray scratch or bite is going to ruin the whole thing. It's because it's roguelike. That's you done.
Yeah, shit.
So that's when that teaches you to fear zombies, definitely. But for not because they look grotesque or scary, but because of
The consequences and how easy it is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
What's
that's
a
the,
really
that's the
good
thing you
zombie
don't get
game?
in games. That's the thing you don't get in games. Like,
Yeah.
the moment you get blood in your mouth, you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's
Is that how it
think
works in The Walking Dead?
It
Isn't
depends
The
on
Walking
every
Dead like
single one.
it's airborne, right?
No, The Walking Dead, they're all infected, and the virus gets activated the moment
When you die.
when you
Yeah.
die or when you get bitten, because the zombies have an active strain of the virus
Mhm.
carrying on them. So when they bite, they inject an active strain of the virus.
I think the like one thing also in the first what was it? It's like super popular. There's Joel and Ellie in it.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I don't remember
Last of
what
Us,
game.
dude.
What game was this?
You guys are
Dying
doing
Light.
great.
You can't just cut me off like this. But in that first, I already
It's
forgot
The Last
about
of
it.
Us. It's The Last of Us.
Yeah, The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
It's an
They
amazing
meet up
game.
with this like brown guy and they're the black guy and the black kid, and
Yeah.
they get in a scuffle and the black kid gets bitten, but he doesn't reveal
Oh
it.
yeah. I know
That
exactly
scene
what
where
part
you're
you're
like,
talking about.
or the kid asks like Ellie what you think happens when
Oh, what's your
you
biggest
die and
fear and
stuff.
everything?
Yeah, when you
He, like,
turn,
she says
he says like, what do you
dialogue.
think happens when you die, or like, do you think when people turn, do you think they're still there, like that kind of stuff. And nobody knows that he's been bitten, so he's just like asking these questions, and like, oh yeah, dude, that game, I do think The Last
And
of Us
then-
1 probably has the best story of any video game like ever.
Even
I wanna play that
love
game
the
so
second one.
bad.
I love the second one. Well, there's
Abby
I
part
don't know, I haven't
sucks.
played the
I'm proud of
second
it.
Abby kind of sucks, but overall, you cannot say that the game is not an A plus.
I can look at me. It's not an A+.
No, in storytelling, there's nothing
He
that
doesn't
beats
care.
it in storytelling, except of course the first one.
I just want to play it. I like The Last of Us 1 I love so much because I've seen people play it all the way through, so I know like the whole
Yeah.
thing. But The Last of Us 2 I've just seen like the beginning and the end, and I want to know, like, I want to go on that journey before I start saying that it's a good or bad game.
Same.
I know why
honestly.
You're gonna
all
cry
this
after
fast,
7 minutes. You're literally
Stream
gonna
it.
cry.
Yeah. Well, either tomorrow or Sunday, we're doing Metro.
Because
the
Metro's
Discord
great. I
voted
want
for
to be
it.
there.
Yeah, Metro is. I installed it the other night. I need to make a thumbnail. Either today or tomorrow. I'm super excited to stream the Metro series. I'm actually very happy that it won because I think the Metro series is going to be a really fun stream. Because I love Metro. I think Metro Exodus is probably the best looking video game I've ever played. Red Dead 2 comes close, but in terms of just pure like graphics, Metro Exodus is a very impressive video
I
game.
need to finish
visually.
Red Dead 2. Like,
Yeah,
You
you
haven't finished Red Dead 2? Do you know how it
bro,
ends?
I've been
Oh,
playing it
fuck.
for a year. Like, no, it's
Holy
just
shit.
I'm just
Yeah,
not
the-
playing it.
Red Dead 2 has an amazing story as well.
Oh, I know,
Red
I
Dead
know, I
2
know.
is great.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it. I got the bad ending though. I got the bad ending,
I
but
got the good one.
I was totally okay with the bad ending because my version of Arthur,
It's-
that's how he deserved. That's how he deserved. That's the ending he deserved.
It's the most realistic ending, even though he was good.
I like those bittersweet. I like that tragic
feel-
ending.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what I love about The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, man.
It-
I'm
she-
a fucking
Ellie-
Play the
sucker
game.
for bittersweet.
Ellie says that
suffering.
her biggest fear is to end alone. And by her own selfishness, she does exactly that. She wants to avenge Joel that's been avenged at this point. She has everything she needs, and now at the end of the day, she ends alone because of herself. She's literally the bearer of her own bad luck.
That's a beautiful way of looking at it.
He's
That's
getting
pretty
emotional.
far.
You guys put him down.
Yeah. Don't bring up Shrek.
Well,
What is the best zombie game other than Last of Us?
fuck.
Like, okay, what's the best like open world? All right, let's like a good like open world zombie survival game.
I'll be honest. Like,
Just
if I want to turn my brain off, Dead Rising free. You know.
Armor
God,
3,
dude,
just
Dead Rising
Armor 3 with zombie mods. I've never played it, but I want to. You know those realistic.
DayZ?
I just want a realistic game where we just need to scramble for supplies. It's an open world. Scramble for supplies. You can meet survivors that are probably
It's called
other players.
DayZ.
I was going to say, yeah, you're literally describing DayZ.
But I heard the problem with DayZ is that there's like a zombie for like every 1,000 square miles.
Yeah, the zombies aren't super common.
So yeah, I want something
don't-
like you can just meet a horde. Like there's a horde right there.
It's called Project Zomboid.
That is Project Zomboid you're talking
but like-
about right there. Yeah.
DayZ, but like with more zombies. And a
sure
realistic
there's a-
shooter.
It's called
more
Modded
zombies.
DayZ.
Yeah, there'll be a mod for it, I'm sure.
I think
All right,
I'm
fine,
trying to prove a
DayZ
point
then.
where
I just don't know
everything's
what
been
it
done.
is.
You fucking got me, DayZ then.
Fallout 4 with mods.
Fallout 4 is just
No.
an awesome game.
I love Fallout 4. I love modding Fallout 4. It's like my second hobby, modding Fallout 4. Modding other games in general. I've modded the fuck out of a lot of games, but
I've sunk weeks into making settlements on Fallout 4.
oh really?
Another
Yeah.
settlement needs your help.
Like
settlement building has never been my thing.
oh, I mean, I was like, like putting signs on an outhouse toilet door and stuff like that, and it's crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I
love
really
games
got.
that let you do that.
Yeah,
Which
I think
lost
I'm
in
afraid that's
detail.
what floats my boat. I'm afraid, placing individual rivets and sprocket.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Makes me happy.
Yeah, dude. There is definitely a niche. I had this idea when Modeling Weekly came on the podcast. And you know what, T.E.A.B.A.G, you're totally okay to steal it. Because I kind of wanted to do it too, but I think you might this might serve you better than it would serve me. But modeling is super cool, and I would watch the modeling YouTuber that he recommended, Night Shift. Dude, I've been fucking binging Night Shift. Night Shift has been like
he's made a new video. There's a new
loved
video.
his content.
And
Oh, no fucking way.
I told you, he has such a way of speaking.
Yeah, he's really good. Oh, Modeling Weekly has a new video 7 hours
Yeah.
ago. Yo, modeling! I thought you were talking about Night
I
Shift.
don't know how he
That's
makes new
Night Shift
videos,
has a new
considering
one,
I
too.
stole
Night
his
Shift-
wallet.
my two favorite modeling YouTubers have videos out on the same day.
Yeah.
No, but point being, so I was like, okay, modeling is actually pretty fucking cool. So of course I got like the like interest in be like, maybe I should start modeling. Like, maybe I should fucking just start modeling. Like that would be fun. But I was like, nah, like I'm gonna fuck it up. I have to spend a lot of money. And I was basically saying like, nah. But then I sat back and had this amazing idea. You basically do modeling where it's like a time lapse of you working on a model, but in Sprocket. So like you building a model tank in Sprocket and like placing individual rivets and like being like, yeah, so guys, welcome back to the channel. Here's this tank that I made. It's like it's a time lapse of you doing stuff and you commentate over it, much like a modeling YouTuber. But it's you
Hey guys,
building.
welcome to
a model
Modeling
tank in
Monthly.
Sprocket. Model Monthly, yep.
Yeah,
I
that's an idea.
That has a lot of potential.
I've definitely thought about like just like doing a build and talking over it, but I think I'd need somebody to play off. I don't know if I could hold the screen for the time
Oh.
it takes on my own.
I feel like Anna is being
Ooh, I'm
called.
liking where this is going.
Yeah.
I'm very much liking where this is going.
Yeah, leave us behind, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go start another podcast with T.E.A.B.A.G. Honestly, where we just talk about whatever tank he's currently building. I've been stuck on a
Or yours. Yeah.
yeah. I've been stuck on a model or a recreated model of a 10 TP for the longest time. I posted it in the Discord. I've made like no progress since then.
So I've been meaning to ask you, Etta, what got you into Polish tanks particularly?
I guess I don't know if I've outright stated it, but yeah, Poland is definitely kind of my kink. I don't know. I think just because they're such a like interesting faction, quote unquote faction. There's such an interesting case of World War II,
That's a
and that
faction.
like if they had been allowed to flourish, like they could have been pretty fucking crazy.
They're
Like, they could have
badass.
come up with some pretty cool stuff. I think Poland as a nation has had pretty badass. Has a very badass aura around them with like the winged hussars and all that. But
Yeah.
also, like you read about all the units that fought even during World War II with the British, the Warsaw Uprising,
Yeah.
Well, the Poles
and
were
a lot of the
just
tanks
badasses.
designs are just very interesting.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
rephrase. They're not just badass. They're actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
They're fucking crazy, and I just love
all
like
bets
I just
are off.
love everything about them. Yeah, they're like the Canadians, but not.
Oh, we're kind of like
Yeah.
the Ukrainians right now, to be honest.
They're the Canadians of Europe.
Yeah.
Boom, I said it. Poland is the Canada of Europe. But no, yeah, and also they were avid users of the composite Firefly, which is my favorite tank of all time. And they used Fireflies in general. And I think my favorite tank, my favorite historical tank is the Polish Zemsta 2, if you look it up.
Ooh.
Zemsta 2. It's a Polish Firefly. It's a Polish composite Firefly.
T-Bag, I have a question for you.
And it looks very good.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite tank?
The Matilda
Oh my
2.
God.
Good choice.
Ooh, okay. That's
A man
fun.
of
That's
culture.
fun. Are you a T.E.A.B.A.G?
I guess. But it's not deliberately so. I love all tanks equally.
Well,
But
well, I'm gonna
I
ask you
agree
a
with
question
that.
to find out. 76 M1 or 17 pounder?
oh, definitely 17-pounder.
All right, he's gone. He's a goner.
I think I agree with him on that, though. I think I agree too, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just such
honestly.
a sexy gun.
Yeah, I know, but like turret.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And?
See, here's the
Got a
thing.
hole in the
I don't
back.
care. I actually think got a hole in the back and stick it out the back. I actually think this is why the composite Firefly and the regular Firefly are some of my favorites. Is that like I think the regular 75 Sherman turret
Yeah,
with
no,
a
it
very
looks-
long, with
it
a
looks
bigger
fuck-
gun looks really nice. I don't know what it is. The
Especially when they add-
223 turret doesn't do it for me.
I don't know. I
But this is
especially
cool.
like there's the extension with the radio box, but when they add
Yeah,
another
that makes
bin
it so
behind that extension,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it's
that's
just
so
extra
hot.
extended. That
I love
fucking
The
oh.
Super Sherman?
No.
Super Sherman is meh.
Nah, it's meh, for sure.
No.
Sherman will
M50
not
and 51. I can.
No,
I can go.
I'm
It's just-
Sherman. I talked about this in the Discord. I'm Sherman repesinado all the way, 100%. I think I
Yeah.
butchered the pronunciation, but the Argentinian refurbished Shermans, those things are badass. You know why? Because they're all built from old Fireflies. Boom.
There you go.
So they all got the bow machine gun removed. There's some composite ones. I saw a post on Reddit of a convoy of them from like the 80s. And I immediately my eyes glued to the one at the front of the convoy because it had the rounded front. And I left a
Yeah.
comment and I was like, is that an M4A1? And they were like, no, actually, it was a composite Firefly because these are old Fireflies that Britain gave to Argentina. And I was like, yo. Yeah, I kept wanting to say Argentina, which is definitely not
Falcons.
how that's pronounced.
No.
Yeah.
Felix, stop.
Yeah, dude, I think I have such a basic favorite tank answer in the Sherman, but I think I'm decently unique because I like the composite Fireflies.
You
That's a
worried about
very
you
specific
being
Sherman.
unique.
Yeah.
It's a very specific Sherman.
Yeah, because to people say like, "Oh, what's your favorite tank?" The Sherman. It's like, "Oh, you fucking." I don't know.
I mean, people who select effective tanks as their favorite tanks probably pick Mario and Mario Kart, honestly.
Why are you threatening me?
Uh-oh.
He picks Mario, you
I
guys.
do pick Mario and Mario Kart.
Oh my god, I'm correct. I didn't even know that.
I'll have you know.
You
I always,
second me pick
I
Mario.
always take the car with the little wings behind. On the spoiler.
Aw,
There's
don't you
so
look
many
boy.
different ones.
No, but
I don't
like,
know.
they have little wings. When you jump, they just move. I love it.
You know, what's really sad is I can't remember who I play in Mario Kart.
Yoshi.
I don't play Mario Kart. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I did once, but that was like on the GameCube.
Damn.
Double
there's
Dash
a
was
blast.
one of the best titles.
The Double Dash was my jam when it came to Mario Kart. Yeah.
Oh, it's a solid Mario Kart choice.
I was not a Wii kid. I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of young, honestly. Are you even tall enough to be here?
Yeah. We had this discussion when I was talking about coming to Canada. I asked how tall you guys were, and it turns out I'm way taller than both of you. I think.
I didn't
Nice.
even say my height.
Yeah,
I
Felix
don't-
is,
You all just cut me
Felix is
off.
7'1".
Whoa.
Yeah, 7'1" Dolby surround.
I just doubt. I just straight doubt that. I'm just gonna call you on bullshit.
No, he's
What do you
5'20".
mean? I'm surround, bro.
He's 5'20".
I've got one more question for Etta.
20? That's like
Wait.
saying your kid's like 26 months old because you're too ashamed to admit something.
Yeah, what were you saying, T.E.A.B.A.G?
Oh, I was just going to ask. So, if the Sherman Firefly composite Sherman is your favorite tank, why is the tank that is your profile picture there, not one of those?
Not the
Yeah,
Firefly.
Edo, what the
Good
fuck?
question.
What the
Because
fuck,
this
bro?
This picture is a picture that I personally took myself on my phone when I visited the Danville Tank Museum down in Danville, Virginia. Actually, I think it's called the AAF Museum, which is like the Armored Something Forces Museum, something like that. But yeah, down in Danville, Virginia, and I visited there, and I took a lot of different pictures, a lot of different tanks, and I just randomly chose the Stuart picture because I thought it looked kind of cool. I got a big boner for tanks that have the white stripe around the turret. Like I think IS-2s and like Soviet tanks with like the white commander's stripe around the turret looks
For sure.
super
Yeah.
nice. It's very clean look. And so I like this pic of all the pictures I took during my time at that museum. This is just the one that I just decided to choose. And it was the kind of thing like, it looks good enough, I'll keep it. And then for some reason I was like, you know what? I actually like it. And then I think there's been a thing with me of like, if I just put everything as my favorite tank, then like it gets boring. Like I like that my profile picture isn't my favorite tank. I like that my background on Google is a 7TP. I like that my background on Google on my work computer is a 10TP. I like that like every single time. I like that our background here in the
I
Getting
don't want to
Sidetracked
talk about my
podcast
Google
is a
background.
T62 or
No,
whatever.
is it still?
I like when it's different tanks all
It's
the
still
time.
Bong.
the Zero pilot?
No, it's still Bong.
Bong.
You lost me.
I can't do this to our audio viewers, can I?
Probably not. Love you to death,
Yeah.
audio viewers.
Love you. All right, that's it. Love you to death, audio viewers, but I've got to do this.
He's
Just
got to
this
do it.
once.
But yeah, I just there's just something about it that's just like I like the fact that none of it is that it's always
Well,
a
it's
different.
nice to not
I just choose a lot of different
constantly
types.
center it around a specific thing.
Yeah, and same thing like on my wall or like my or like when somebody was saying like or when Paul and I were talking about making models and he was like, what do you want to be your first model tank? I picked a Stug. I don't know. I just think the Stug looks cool. Like you would
Stug is
think
a
that
cool-
I would want to
yeah.
make a
Yeah, it's-
model
it's-
of
Stug is a very cool
my
tank.
favorite tank.
Meanwhile,
You still owe me a
since
Stug.
All right, that's it. That's my
I'm
love
down.
you to audio viewers, but check the
I'm
channel. Whatever.
Bong.
I love all tanks. I just love all tanks so equally that like I love giving even like the less representative tanks shelf space, so to speak.
Meanwhile, since I'm a fucking Sherman shill, I have 11.
Yeah. I could
11
never.
Sherman models and variants, including M10, M36.
Nope, I could never. And then when I was deciding what to get posters of from Display, I got a fucking Centurion because I don't know, the Centurion's cool. I don't know. I
Centurion's
love
cool.
it.
How is the Centurion poster? Etta?
He's sitting still on the floor next to my fridge. He's doing great. I'll give him a little. He's gonna say hi. Hold on. I have to punch him really hard for it to come through on the microphone. Hold on.
Oh, it
I'm
came
trying
through.
to like.
Your parents are gonna come in being like, "What the fuck?"
There we go. I brought him closer to the
That's
mic. I don't
even
live with my
worse.
parents.
That's even more scary.
I moved out. I'm 20 years old. I don't live with my parents. Fuck you.
Wow, big man
Got him.
over here.
I'll shoot you with my Lee Enfield number 4 Mark 1.
Nice.
Got
It's a
him.
British round. Who cares?
It is. It's British. Yeah. I own a and see that's another thing is like what all the rifles I chose, I just chose a Lee Enfield number 4. Why? I don't fucking know. It's a cool rifle. I just bought it. Like you'd think I would have picked some kind of I don't know, maybe like a Garand or a Mosin or something. I don't know.
I'm not
I
gonna
just
lie
like
to
the look
you.
of the number 4, so I got it.
Yeah, but the Lee Enfield has Garand and Mosin status. I'm sorry.
What do you mean, like?
Not
It's
as
overhyped?
much because the Mosin is well known because it's cheap, so people just buy it because it's cheap, and the Garand is well known because it's a fucking
They used to
Garand.
be.
Well,
And the
yeah,
Lee Enfield is well known because it armed almost all Commonwealth countries.
yeah, but like
and
it still has.
I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't have this.
Go ahead, keep shutting me up because I'm right. But
I just thought the rifle looked cool. I bought it because
It
I thought it
looks
looked cool.
Also,
I was
it's
like,
a
I
Lee
like it.
Enfield. Like, shut the
That is
fuck
the
up. It's a
best
Lee
reason.
Enfield. You don't need to like have that special Lee Enfield, which is like gas fed and
nice
not.
180, idiot.
I just wanted something to look good on my wall. I've said it several times that I bought that rifle to be a mantelpiece number 1, and if I could shoot it, that would be cool. But even if I found out I couldn't, that would be okay. As long as it hangs on my wall and looks nice, that's what I care about.
Nice.
So I just bought something. I was like, what would be a badass rifle to hang over my my display, so to speak? And that's the one I picked, and I'm very happy. And it's the one that I found in my. I have a whole story about. I'm making a video right now on me taking it to go shooting for the first time, which I've done. So
Yeah,
I
when
have
is it
shot the
coming
rifle.
out?
It does work. Unknown. I'm working on it, but I'm working on it in a lot of other videos. Like I'm trying to make a War Thunder montage right now. I just made the Sherman guide to tank culture Sherman video. I just made that one. So like I'm kind of working on smaller videos to release so that I can actually start making content again because I've been away for so long. That kind of the bigger, larger scale vids. I have another tank talk coming up. It's going to be probably one of my most interesting tank documentaries yet for me personally. I'll put it out here on the podcast so people get a nice little heads up. It's about the T-34. I bought 2 books. For the first time in my life, I actually bought 2 books on tanks instead of just going online. So I bought 2 books on the T-34, and it's basically a video going into the early history and development of the T-34. So I won't be looking at the T-34 as a finished product and saying, was it a good tank or not? I'm going back and saying, why did they make the T-34? Why did it end up the way that it did? And what was kind of the design evolution of it from initial prototypes to being put into production? And then looking at that and saying, was that good? Was the T-34 like a good idea? And then once it went to production, it flopped? Or was the T-34 always kind of like, it was never meant to be good, like from the very beginning?
Well,
that's kind of going to be the focus of that video.
Talking about good stuff, is it a good thing that we are buying plane tickets to somewhere we don't even know?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. This Mr. Mysterious T.E.A.B.A.G, and when I say mysterious, I mean we literally know who you are. Where these tickets? Where?
Where tickets?
Where's the
Where
tickets?
tickets?
Where tickets? Where
I have a
tickets?
bad feeling about this. I'm gonna ring him.
Here are your tickets.
Oh hell yes!
You see that the location is it's blacked out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I had an ink spill back here behind the desk. I'm really sorry.
Well, should we be
Okay.
worried?
Trust me, it's nice. Like I've spent time there. It was great.
It's a
You'll
bit
be fine.
interesting
even
how
worse.
the ink spill has formed a perfect like line right over the location mark. Like there's no
Yeah,
like
it looks like a
splotches or
Sharpie,
dots.
honestly.
Yeah, it looks like it was done. But I guess that's crazy. I guess
Yeah,
that just
I
happened.
think
That's
it's
actually
just a
kind of lucky.
coincidence.
I feel lucky now.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a Mickey Mouse operation you got going here, huh?
Look, you want free tickets to get out of the country or not?
I want
Better
less
than
free.
better than
I
free.
do.
You
don't think this last
just spent
hour-
an hour? Yeah, you just spent an hour talking me down.
I do.
for
I'm
free.
just terrified of being stabbed or something.
No,
No, that's not gonna happen.
you wouldn't.
That's
Oh,
not
We'll
gonna
probably
yeah.
make
You're,
up
you're
someone
certainly not.
with
You're
grades.
certainly not going to get shot anyway.
Yeah.
Where you're going. But yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. You know what? I really need to get these tickets off my hands. I got to get a quota to meet, so I will pay you to take them. How about that?
Oh,
There
Whoa.
you go.
You'll have
there
some-
you go.
you'll have some
Good
travel
discount.
money.
That's that. I'll take that. I'll take that deal. Any
But
day
you
of the
won't
week.
know. You won't know what you're getting paid for until you get there.
Ah, Okay. Oh, like what currency? Of course, yeah, because it has to be spendable in wherever country we're going in. That's smart.
Yeah,
How do we
yeah.
get the money then?
It will be
How do you
be
get it?
handed to you on arrival.
That's
by an-
awesome.
By who?
Tan,
Just-
tan,
Dun, dun, dun. Well, I'm more than happy to go on this venture. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I feel
I
like we are going
guess-
to new horizons.
I
Honestly,
do
Oh
as-
yeah.
I'm sure it's some niche place with nice beaches
Yes.
and good people and not being
It certainly
stabbed.
has lots of coastline.
And let's
I've got a
hope
bad
that
feeling about
nothing
this.
bad happens to us along the way.
Woo!
Definitely.
End it.
Anyway, thank you.
Turn it off!
Eliminated. Please turn it off.
Turn it off! I can't keep this up anymore! I can't!
All right. Bye bye.
Scrub.
You
Subscribe.
still had